Hey everybody, welcome back. Free Speech Friday, TGIF guys, TGIF. You notice there's like an empty seat here? What the hell's going on? She'll be here. Maybe a little bit late, but she's going to be here, as far as I understand. Anyways, how's everyone doing tonight? I cannot believe a whole week has gone by again. I feel like I say this all the time, but yeah, just time is just going by so quickly. And this week, there was so many things to talk about. It was crazy. We did we did a majority of Starlink stuff. There was a lot of Starlink stuff to cover this week. And then also I added in another Linux video, right? Really? I hear someone. Someone is here. I told you guys someone's going to be coming. There's a seat here available. So yeah, and then I ended up doing a Linux video, which a lot of people really enjoyed. I'm probably going to be doing a lot more of it. So let's see. We'll see if that works. So anyways, guys, let me just get into the list here. See who's here tonight. Who do we got? We got Peter. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you, Peter. Kurt is here. Is your T-Mobile link slow? I'm having a great difficulty with T-Mobile today. You know, I heard kind of down the grapevine that other people were having T-Mobile problems. Did she just like flail? Did you see flailing of arms? Are you comfortable?
No.
Should I make a little bit more room for you?
No. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them. Hi, guys. Happy Friday. It's because some people can't wait because don't even got me started.
Well,
Anyways.
Some people were just late.
Did you eat dinner?
I did eat dinner.
Was it good?
It was really good.
Who made it?
And she made it.
Wow. Amazing.
Guys, listen. Like I said, there was a lot going on this week. So we'll be talking about a lot of different things tonight. So it's kind of exciting. And there's something... Let me see. Can we see it? I see you have purple hair today, which is good.
I do.
And actually, the certain thing that I kind of want to clue people into is not in the frame because your head is blocking it.
I know. I'm doing like an 80s things because my husband...
That's a serious hairdo right there.
My husband, don't even get me started on my husband today. It's been a week. What else is new?
We see something back there? Let's not. We won't get into it. We'll just, you know what, just kind of, do you guys see anything different or something going on?
It's a guy thing.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. So cool. So cool. I'm like nerding and geeking out. Okay?
Peter Gosling, thank you very much for kicking off gifted memberships.
Wow, Peter, thank you so much. 10 gifted memberships. So, Speed Racer, TJ, let me see, Miracle, Lance got a free membership, Triple T, I like that, Triple T. Dan got a free membership, Grump Ride got a free membership, yes. Felix, Chris, who else? Tech Support, I like that, Tech Support got a free membership, and Dwayne. So, if you got a free membership, please say thank you to Peter. Peter, thank you so much for your support. Really do appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Let me try scooting in a little bit here.
I'm good.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I don't even want to be that close to you anyway. So.
Okay, good. Well, you stay back over there. Actually, you need to come closer. No. Yeah, I think we're good.
I'm good.
We're good. All right.
I'm great here. This is my spot, right here.
The lava lamp. No. D says, is it the lava lamp? It is not the lava lamp. It's something else, but it's behind Fabiola now. We'll get to it in a minute.
Why did you put it right behind me?
Yeah. This is the live one over here.
I know, but...
Yeah, it's just, there's only so much room. There's only so much room back there.
You could have put it right in between us.
Where the monitor is.
Well,
maybe.
yeah, because you're trying to show it off.
Yeah,
I'm moving it because you are just...
You're gonna put it dead center?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm totally gonna put it dead center because
all right.
tú eres una cabeza hueca.
All right. So, yes. You see something back there?
Isn't
Pretty
this
cool, right?
amazing?
Pretty cool. Look at the size of that thing.
Can you guys see it?
You know, guys are always all about the size. That's a big one.
Definitely a guy thing.
That
guys.
is a big one back there, all right?
Now, can you see?
We had Shannon on, right? He was comparing my rocket to his rocket.
Yeah,
Remember the last live?
There you go.
Shannon, got you beat this time. Look at that.
Wow.
So I'll get into who sent that and everything in a little bit. Let's just say hello to everybody and see who's here. Let me see here. We got those 10 memberships, which is awesome. Thank you, Peter, for that.
All right. So I'm just going to shout out everybody like I normally do, especially since I flew in here like a crazy person. Radioactive Texan, how are you? Bacau, sport committed. Starlink is slow in my area. Glenn Kowalchuk, how are you? Robbie. Yes.
Robbie,
Ricky
thank you for
Joe,
being here, Robbie.
Jay Gudmunder, John Lake, Timothy, John Wolf, Rubicon, Fragile, how are you guys? No one, hi. And of course, Peter Gosling is here. Go Config. Jason McCullough, I just did that one. Ray K, David Fofi, Ricky Green. I love it. And then, did you call out all these people?
I did call him out. Yeah.
D, Brian.
D with the lava lamp.
Hey, Low Tech Greg. Dan. RGSD rules. Jason. What in the head? Or what in your head?
What in your head? What's
City
in your
Twister. Hello. I hope you guys had a really good week. It's been a crazy kind of a week. I mean, aside from technology and everything, but just everything. My God. I say that. I feel like I say this every Friday. It's been a week. It's been crazy because it's just nonstop.
The market has been an absolute wreck. Everyone is just
Flying Pretzel
uproar.
made it. You made it.
Flying Pretzel's here?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Michael, Hari, Trevor. So I don't know.
You don't know? I don't know.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
if you have a question, put in at JCristina to start out with. That helps out a lot. Because we'll be able to, it'll pop out really easily.
It's better than the
Q's sometimes
they get
just
lost in there.
Sometimes the Q's.
When you put at JCristina, it highlights so I can see
it's
it
literally
easier.
like bright orange on our screen, so we will not miss your question.
Nikon Jeff,
I shouldn't
love
say
the
that,
vid.
but sometimes we
no,
do.
I mean sometimes I do. It just depends how busy we are, but
Yeah, it just
still
depends.
it highlights and it's easier
Yeah.
for me to like catch it.
Yeah,
on
there's
chat.
like just under 100 of you guys there, out there right now.
Hillbilly in the Asia. Good evening, y'all.
Nice in the Asia.
I like it. City Twister said, "Who's the special guest?"
No special guest.
Just me.
Just my wife. Fabiola's here.
Just me.
Last week we did have, so the special guest is probably what you're reading is on the thumbnail. I didn't change the thumbnail out for this live because I was kind of forgot about it and I got busy at the last minute trying to fix things. I had some audio issues. You guys remember I had an audio problem with like people couldn't hear us and then they could, and then it was like going back and forth. And remember that? Well, if you were on the last one, well, that's what I was doing today. I was fixing a lot of that. Some of the stuff was able to be fixed, some of it wasn't. So I have some parts coming. I have some other fixes that I've done. I'm going to be installing a different version of OBS and a bunch of other stuff. So
Okay, really quick.
Anyways,
So first of all, Trevor, no, hold on, I just missed it. Shit, wait.
come on.
Oh my God, no. Oh, here, Doug Jones, my drone is over your house. What?
I like it.
Flixeraz, hey Joseph and Fabiola, TGIF, hello.
TGIF. At the very top, I think we have Ricky Joe asked
Yeah.
something.
I'm
Let me see.
going
I
back.
missed it too. Up there it is.
Yes, right here. I'm running my aunt's Starlink, doing testing with her being 200 feet away with my extender connected by 50 gigahertz. I'm getting 52
5.
down, 35 up. Idle ping 26, loaded down 79, loaded
It's
up.
not too bad. I don't like to see down speeds of 52 megabits. Up speed of 35 megabits is cranking. That's kick ass. So, 5 gigahertz is about the best you're going to get. At 200 feet, that's pretty far for 5 gigahertz. If you drop down to 2.4, it might be a little bit better, but you're right on that edge of it not being better, and it is. But your signal's going to travel a little bit further with the 2.4 gigahertz compared to the 5 gigahertz. So, but still, the numbers aren't bad, and the ping is awesome. 26 ping, can't beat that. Playing with the satellite at 550 kilometers, pretty cool. Not bad at all.
All right, and then that was that. Ricky Joe also said, how's the weather? It got 90 degrees here today. It was like 86 today, 85. It was hot. And it's been doing that weird thing, cool still at night and then really hot, like piping hot.
Yep.
It's getting there. Here we go. Brian Javier, infamous. What are your thoughts on SpaceX losing contracts in Canada?
Yeah, so, all right. Without being political, which is very difficult these days.
Did you just really say that? That is so dumb.
Without being highly political.
You're so... this is Friday.
I'm always political.
Oh, my God.
I had to throw that out there. I'm just screwing around. So anyways, I don't give a shit what Canada does or does not do.
You go from, they say I'm crazy, you're crazy.
Because I care as much, as what they decide to do as I care about what is going on with India and Elon Musk getting his Starlink over into India. India's been playing with him for about 6, 7, 8 months, and I'm sick of hearing it. I've read so many articles, and I don't even tell you guys about it because I can't stand it. If India never gets SpaceX Starlink, I'm happy. It's fine with me. I don't care. It just gets old after a while. But anyways, to be honest with the whole Canada thing, they're right now, having a problem with the whole, tariff thing. And everyone's having a problem with the tariff thing. And you're going to either be for tariffs or against tariffs. It doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican. There's some Republicans that hate tariffs, some Democrats, that absolutely love it and they know that it's a good thing. It just really depends. You look at the market is screwed right now. Why? Because of tariffs. That's just the way it is. So, I was talking to a very smart person today about this, and we were going back and forth about it. And really, the bottom line here is that there's no way to right a ship that is going, let's say, 50 knots, right, in the water, and you need to do a 180. Now, if you did that on any ship and tried flipping it around, what's going to happen? You're going to capsize the ship. So you need to slow it down to make that U-turn. And that's what's going to end up happening, is stuff is going to have to slow down. We're going to end up having some pain, and then eventually it's going to turn back around. Now, the other thing was, what do you think about the tariffs, and what do you think what's going on with SpaceX Starlink in Canada? A lot of it has to do with tariffs. They're pissed off over there like, oh, no more contracts. We don't want to hear it anymore. Like Elon, he can just die. That's just the way it is because people are just nuts with it. The same thing is happening here in the U.S. with the whole Doge thing. So eventually Elon will step away from the Doge thing. People will take a deep breath and start buying Teslas again and get, their panties out of a bunch. But until then, I think it's going to stay like that. Once again, this is Free Speech Friday. This is my thoughts, not her thoughts. These are my thoughts. And, well, kind of take it for what it's will. And you know what? Honestly, it doesn't really make a difference if you are one way or another.
I have thoughts.
No. I'm saying these were my thoughts. These are not yours.
Oh, yeah.
But you can interject your thoughts.
I have plenty of thoughts.
Yeah. So anyways, that's kind of my thought on it. If for some reason Canada does not give the contract to Elon, it doesn't matter because that contract really has to do with government and let's say city, town, township, whatever. It is not the people. The people that want SpaceX Starlink in Canada are still going to be able to get it. So does it matter? Not really. Anyways, we could get into it a little bit more on Free Speech Friday for sure. But I would love to know what you guys think about all this. What do you think?
Okay. So
there you go.
I think it's great. Don't get me started.
Okay.
I've had a long
week?
Yeah.
Yes.
And apparently I'm a buffoon and I don't know anything, so I'll just leave it there.
You're a buffoon.
Yeah. I don't have a PhD, so I don't know anything.
If you don't have a PhD, you don't know.
Shit. Well,
I
look
didn't
at here.
say it.
Well, look at here. How'd you make it in this world, girl?
How did you even do it?
Darn you.
Oh, man.
Oh, Lord, yep.
We're all downhill. We're only in about 10 minutes. It's already
I started fiery. I came in here.
crashed and burned
Well,
already.
yeah, because you just suck sometimes.
I know.
God.
Horrible. Absolutely horrible. You know what?
Anyways,
and
let me
listen,
get some of
one thing is please disregard the Streamlabs
Can you,
stupid
like, not
ass
take that
poll.
off?
I have tried, and I don't know what the frick is with these people. They give the exact same poll over and over. That is not my poll.
Why
do
is
they
it
keep
there?
putting it? I don't know. I will work on it, I promise, guys. Before the next time, either I'm going to just delete Streamlabs
I started
completely,
deleting it, see?
or I'm going to figure it out.
All right.
Delete or figure it out. I don't know. We'll see.
All right. All
So
right.
disregard.
Okay, let me get back on here. Okay. Go config. Does Google Mesh get along with a Starlink Min trying to fix my home network?
Yeah, I mean, you could use a Starlink Mini, and you could use Google. You could use Amazon crap. You could use they're all going to work together as long as you backfeed into the main router signal. So, for example, if you have version 1 or version 2, Gen 3, it doesn't matter, 4, it doesn't make it a mini. As long as you pump in your IP address into that main router that you use for your mesh, it's going to work. So it doesn't really make a difference. Now, if you're asking me, are they going to play together like you can use Wi-Fi out of your Starlink and then you can use your Google Mesh system? It doesn't really work that way because there's going to be two completely different systems, and no, they don't cross-talk. They don't talk together. So you kind of use one or the other for the most part. You can get around that, but just think of it this way. If you want to use Google, don't use Starlink. You could either bypass Starlink completely inside of the app, say bypass, and then it'll just immediately feed in an IP address to your router of choice, whatever it is. Or you can keep them both and then hope that you don't have one stepping on the other one. There's ways around that too, but this is not something I can get into because she starts kicking me and it just takes too long. So anyways, I hope that kind of helps.
That's my job.
All right.
Okay. Memorable places. Since
Memorable
you guys
places.
are almost neighbors, when are you going to have President Trump and Elon on?
Wouldn't that be cool?
Would be so cool.
They're literally 20 minutes up the road. 25 minutes, sorry.
Yeah.
25 minutes up the road.
That would be very cool.
That'd be neat.
Ken,
hey,
maybe we still wouldn't get subscribers or likes or
no
shares.
one care. They wouldn't care. They're like, yeah, the president's on the
That's
show.
our luck.
Who cares? And Elon's on there. We hate him anyways. Now they probably boycott me.
Yeah.
They'll come and spray like paint all over the damn door or something. Freaks.
Oh, I wish they would cross the property line.
They
I wish they would.
would never leave.
You guys, it would be a really happy TGIF.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I
that's
got
good
a
stuff.
hole that I dug back there already.
Yeah, Ken Remley. Need to swap my Starlink router. Is that how they track your location of your install?
So the way Starlink works is your router is not your modem. Okay, so Starlink has a router, okay, separate, and then, well, now they actually have the Mini that has it built in. Anyways, so you have your router, the old versions, version 1, version 2, you have the router, and then inside of the dish itself, you have the modem. So that's really where it's getting all of its GPS, all of its locational information. You can't take it out, so it's not like you can bypass it. You can bypass the router, but you can't really bypass it. So no matter what, if you're using SpaceX Starlink, they know where you are within 3 feet. But if you're using your phone, they know where you are within 3 feet. If you're using, I mean, it doesn't really make a difference. Okay, it's not like years ago where you could be,
Can they really locate you up to 3 feet?
Yeah, within actually less than 3 feet.
That's
but
what I
I say 3 feet.
Okay.
So originally Starlink was like about 15 meters or so. Is like not that accurate. But with 7,000 satellites, 7,100 I think now, they can get it down to about a foot. They're in there. It's basically as good, if actually not better than GPS. Hold on for that too, guys. Hold on for that. That's very good. That statement that I just made, put that in your pipe, okay? Smoke that for a little while, because eventually GPS satellites are not going to be used for much, because we'll be able to use stuff like SpaceX Starlink. Especially when they hit that magic number of 43,000, 42,000 that they want up there. It's just, they'll literally have everything down to like inches, centimeters. Anyways, so once again, I digress and I went on and on. I'm trying not to.
Okay.
Once again, if you have a question, put in at JCristina before your question. At JCristina. It makes it easier to find.
Brian, what are your thoughts? Oh, we did that one, sorry. Go config. Does Google Mesh get along with Starlink Mini? We did that one. And Flix or Us. How much is the 5 gig running money?
The what?
5 gig. Right here.
5 gig running in money? What 5 gig? 5 gig?
I don't know.
What are you talking about with 5 gig? Let me know. Let me know what you're talking about with 5 gig. Are you talking about Starlink's roaming package? What are you talking with 5 gig? Are you talking about 5 gigahertz, gigabits, gigawatt?
Gigawatts?
Gigawatts?
Is that like the flux capacitor?
The flux? What? Capacitor?
Oh my God. Ray McCoy, LOL, great response in Canada, radioactive Texan, Canada, who I don't give a fuck. The mid-coast of Maine, the way life should be. As a 20-year veteran who traveled the world and could buy an American car in Japan, I say America first, and I have an immigrant legal family.
Exactly. I mean, both my parents come from overseas. They migrated here to the U.S. They did it legally. One from Germany, one from Sicily. The one from Germany came in 1943, escaping the Nazis, So it's like, yeah, I get it. It wasn't easy. It took a long time. It was a process that had been gone through. So, yeah, I have that. That's why, you'll find that people that actually have immigrant parents that got here legally, they have a different view on this whole thing completely, right? Especially people that came in from wartime and whatnot. So, anyways, yeah, don't get me started with that.
Alrighty. Go config temporary reaction with regard to tariffs, life and death. How are ya? Only one country
Thank you for being here.
Only one country has severe tariff problems right now, U.S.
Pretty much. I mean,
Joanne Weiss. It would be nice if the rest of the world was against tariffs, then we could have no tariffs.
Could you imagine?
Everybody loves tariffs.
Could you imagine if everyone would play nice? Right? Wouldn't that be amazing? Where there would just be no tariffs, and it was just kind of face value, but it just doesn't happen that way. And like when you look at the numbers on how badly we've been getting screwed for so long, I mean, it's like you look at it, you're like, why are we even putting up with this? I don't get it. For so long, like it doesn't make any sense to me. So, anyways, it's going to be painful at first. It's going to be painful. I mean, could you imagine?
I personally am here for the pain.
Yeah,
because I look at it long term. So I look at it for
our kids and
our grandkids.
Exactly.
And I think things were shitty already. So who gives a fuck? A few more
So extra
months,
shitty for a few
whatever.
more months. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
It's better than being complete crap for another 10 years and everyone just turn a blind eye on it and it just continuously gets worse. So
I don't think people think that if you voted for Trump that you're just naive, if you think he's perfect. No, I don't give a shit though. I voted for him so he just would whoop ass all the way around. So open up the can, open it up, whip it out and get to it, because that's why I voted for you. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
My money, my family, our family, our people.
Yeah, and that's a lot of people look at it that way, and it's funny because we talk to a lot of different people you can imagine, and I feel like the majority at this point are feeling the same way. They're looking at it, they're like, God, we've been getting screwed for so long. Or for example, if you have someone that is a car, in the car industry, right, a worker, and they know that cars going out are 20%, whereas cars coming in are 50%. I'm just making up these numbers, and it's of course you can't sell, you can't, and then you have some things they won't even take in the other country. So it's just kind of like a mess. So yeah, I like the idea of things just being equal, or at least close to equal, right? Nothing has to be perfect, but at least semi like equal, right? Not like this. This is not a good relationship. Things need to kind of be like this. And I don't care what the product is. Like I think Canada said something like, "Oh, we're not going to take any of America's alcohol. We're going to just drink our own alcohol." I'm like,
okay, good.
Bye. Bitch, drink your own alcohol. I really don't care. I won't. That's what I said, right? I'm like, I won't buy your maple syrup, and I really like Canadian maple syrup too.
He does. We have three. We have to have 3 bottles in the house
because I really like it.
Because God forbid.
But you know what? If they want to tax the shit out of it, I won't buy it. It's okay. I get a different maple syrup from another tree somewhere. Doesn't have to be from Canada.
Cypress tree in the backyard?
What the hell are you going to do with the cypress? Don't give them maple syrup.
I'm just saying.
You got to have a maple.
No shit, Sherlock. God. All right.
Anyways, I like my Canadian maple syrup.
Okay, well.
I just won't buy it. It's okay.
Well,
I'm all right with it.
you could buy it. You just have to pay, right?
Yeah, just got to pay extra.
Yeah.
And you know what? Don't bitch about it. If you really want it, just get it.
Exactly. Shit's already expensive as it is, so like, what does it matter anymore? It's been whack.
Yeah, it's complete. Look at eggs. They're like a damn $1 an egg.
Yep.
They're literally $1 for organic. Organic. I don't even know what the hell an organic egg is. It's a damn egg that comes out of a chicken. We got chicken here. They lay eggs. They come out. They're organic. I don't know. The eggs that are coming out of these other chicken must not be organic. I don't know what it even means. Anyways, yeah, like literally anywhere from $8 to $12. $12 for a dozen eggs? That would literally be $1 an egg.
Okay. Well,
what the hell is $1 an egg?
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay. So, you wanted to know people's...
I definitely do.
So that's why I'm
know.
reading, and that's why we're still on this topic.
Yes, I want to know what people think.
Yes, Radioactive Texan. I have no problems with tariffs. Just make them fair on both sides.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your service. The mid-coast of Maine, the way life should be. I earned my PhD in Iraq and Afghanistan and left my blood in pay.
Good. You see? Thank you for your service. I mean, there you go.
Let's see. Mickey. Oh, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Jay Goodmunder. Is
How you
about
doing,
time
Jay?
Canada builds pipelines to both coasts so that not so dependent on USA to sell oil.
Say that again.
Jay Goodmunder said it's about time Canada builds pipelines to both coasts so not so dependent on USA to sell oil.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. Elon of JC, best Friday ever. That was the mid-coast of Maine.
Thank you for being here.
Go config. Yes, thank you. That does help. Ricky
Excellent.
Joe, what's crazy is the most my extender gets is a location of 50 down, but when I go to the connect in a different room on the phone direct, I get 95 down and only 25 up.
That is weird.
Piney Woods, you guys are just so entertaining. I love the banter.
That's what this is all about.
Yes.
Free Speech Friday. We just hang out and just shoot it. No one's right, no one's wrong. It's just a conversation. We're just relaxing.
I mean,
right?
I'm always right. I don't know about you,
Yeah,
but...
she's always right. I'm not always right. It's just conversation.
Let's see. The mid-coast of Maine, because they use triangulation and can get you down to inches and location, especially with all the satellite.
100% triangulation.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Hillbilly in the Asia. Reason Elon Musk did Starlink was for the moon, Kaloi, and Mars.
Yeah, I mean...
Moon colony, sorry.
Moon colony and Mars. Yeah, I mean, Starlink originally was thought to be a means to an end, and the end is Mars, right? It was a way for him to be able to make as much money as possible to be able to afford to get us multiplanetary. So that's like the goal. But the secondary goal is literally to connect Earth with Mars, Earth with the moon. First, we're going to have a base in the moon, right? And to be able to communicate back and forth, if you have Starlink satellites orbiting around the moon and you have the Starlinks orbiting around the Earth, it's very easy to communicate through lasers at the speed of light in a vacuum, which is actually quicker than the speed of light in a piece of fiber, if you don't know, fiber optic cable. Anyways, speed of light in a vacuum, you'll be able to communicate. All right. And there'll be a slight delay, but not too bad. Once you get to Mars, though, the delay becomes like 8 minutes at the speed of light. And that's when Mars is at its closest. When it's at its furthest, it's about a 20-minute conversation back and forth. So it's basically like a walkie-talkie, like, hey, what are you doing? And then you just go and have like a cup of coffee, you come back, and all of a sudden they answer you, and you're like, oh, okay, so it's going to take a while. And that is, once again, at the speed of light. And chances are the way they'll probably do it is they will have not just satellites, or let's say version 3s or version 4s or version 5 Starlink satellites around Mars and then around Earth communicating like this. It's not going to happen like that. They'll most likely have satellites that are intermediary satellites that will then take that signal and then boost it and then shoot it again to the next one and then boost it, that signal, and then shoot it again. The reason being is if you took a laser and shot a laser from like Mars to Earth, by the time that tiny laser beam, the size of a pinhead, got to Earth, it would probably be the size of like 2 kilometers. Okay, so the signal would be a complete wash. All right, you follow? So anyways, that's how they'll have to do it. I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm just speculating here based on just common frickin' sense. Damn. I could be wrong though. If you are a rocket scientist, tell me where I'm wrong.
Okie dokie. City Twister.
City
Do
Twister.
you know if HP has any ties with the FBI? I figured you might know because you're in. Do you know if HP has any ties with the FBI? I figured you might know because you're an systems admin.
HP, FBI. HP, I guess you're referring to Hewlett Packard. If you are referring to Hewlett Packard, the answer is every single company has a tie to the FBI because they can basically at any time request data, request information, and for the most part, they're going to get it. Now, of course, they can say, no, we're not going to give it to you like Apple does and kind of stonewall a little bit, but eventually they're going to get it. So, I mean, they're all kind of, it's the same thing. Look, I talk all the time about the CCP, right? The Chinese Communist Party. God bless you.
Thank you.
And I talk about the Chinese Communist Party, and I say, listen, all of the companies over there, whenever they do anything, the CCP has complete control over what's going on, and then they can tell them what to do or what not to do. And if they want data or they want information, they can get it from them, right? The same shit happens here. It's just not communist, but it doesn't matter. If they really want it, they can still get it. So that's why I really am not a fan of Windows, for example, because like Windows leaks your data all day long. It's like a damn sieve. Windows is like a sieve.
Everybody does is leak our data.
Yeah, so I'm really a fan of Linux because you can kind of lock it down a little bit.
We all get those letters in the mail like every other day. We had a data breach. Our system, blah, blah, blah.
All of your information has been compromised.
Yes. That's why we have, 120 million dead people getting Social Security. Cool.
Yeah. Like what,
all right.
What is that?
That's normal. That should be like that. Okay, here we go. I'm getting crazy again.
I don't think it's 120 million, but
whatever.
It's
Does
a lot.
it really matter at this point?
You're talking about, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people.
At this point, I think everyone should get Doge. Just everybody.
Just Doge them all.
Everybody.
Doge them all.
They can come and look at us too. I don't care.
They can Doge me.
Yeah.
I would actually like that.
They'd be like, how you guys making it?
You guys are broke.
All right.
Doge me.
Gray Natalin. Yes, Gray Natalin. Does anyone know if the Starlink Mini can be switched to unlimited data? In Canada, the Mini's option is 50 gigabytes for only 70. Perhaps after it is activated, the plan.
So here's the thing with the Mini. I am not sure about Canada. Overseas in Europe, you could use a Mini with an unlimited plan, like a residential plan for like $120, whatever that we would have here in the US, and you'd be unlimited. You don't have to pay for, per gigabyte and all the rest of shit, right? The problem is in the US, that is not available. In the US, if you use the Mini, you need to use their roaming plan. So 50 gigabyte or whatever, and then you pay per block, like another 50 gigabyte. So Yeah, I don't know about Canada because I'm not sure, but I mean, you could probably just look it up. But I know in the U.S., for example, you cannot use it for unlimited because it's not really designed for that. It's designed to be used mobily, on the road, using like a battery backup, a solar generator, using like a Jackery or a EcoFlow or something like that, and plug directly into it. That's the beauty of the Mini. You can power it with USB-C. You could power it with just a simple barrel connector right out of your battery. So it's DC to DC. You don't need an inverter to go from DC to AC and lose like 10, 15% of your power. You can just power it direct. That's really what it's for, you know? But I think eventually they'll make it so that you can use it for everything because I think people are going to like it. And people do like it. The only thing that you have to bear in mind is when you use a Mini compared to the full-blown version, it is a little bit slower, okay? Slightly. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
Was that too long?
No,
it was okay?
It's good. I'm sorry.
Oh, it was okay.
I just,
All right.
my sinuses and
Now you sneeze.
I
I'm getting
like
sick, but you sneeze for me. I'm all right.
Yeah, but I'm on antibiotic.
I know. I need to be on antibiotic.
Okay.
She got me sick.
I
Don't
did
don't
not.
tell her.
God, I've been sick because I work too much.
Yeah. And you gave me the damn funk.
Joey, you get the funk from a bug. A bug can come in here and you get the funk. Because why? You live in here.
You know what? Before we go any further, can I say thank you for that back there?
Why are you asking me? This is your show.
No, because I don't want to get kicked. I don't want to get the
He
kick.
doesn't want to get kicked, you guys.
All right. So
yes, most definitely.
okay.
This is to
So
Robbie.
let me. This is for Robbie.
Yeah.
Rob. So let me grab this. Okay, you guys know what this looks like, right?
Uh-oh.
Right. I'm gonna hit it up real quick. Just hold on. Okay. Just hold on. Ready? Holy shit! Did you see that? Why does it do that sometimes? Did you just flip me off?
Yes, because you always have to put that so close to my face.
That was like this far.
Yeah.
It was close. I'm sorry.
You're such a lie. You're a liar. You enjoy it.
All right. So this.
And it only does it when you open it.
I know. I don't know why. So this is this.
You're a liar. I think he does something
look,
to it beforehand.
Look at this one.
That
Guys.
is amazing.
Holy crap, guys. And instead of a block 1, this is the block 2. Look, you can see it with the fins that are kind of, instead of being at 180 degrees, right? They are sitting at about 120, right around there, right? Is that the coolest shit ever?
That is cool.
Robbie.
That is really cool.
This is cool shit. So Robbie made this, okay? And sent it. If I put it, is it bigger than the whole screen? It probably is. Let me see.
I think it's as big.
Let me see.
Yeah, look.
Let me go and go in here. Hold on. Let me see. Does it work? Here. You know what? Let me go like this. There we go. I'm just gonna go full screen with it. Look at the size of this thing. This is a beast. So, anyways, Robbie, thank you so much for that.
Cool,
Is this not
cool.
beautiful? Look at
Yes.
that. Look at this. Is this not
It's
just
really detailed
so
too.
awesome? Absolutely awesome. I love this. So, anyways, I'm gonna stick this right here. And hopefully not knock it down, okay? He also sent me, because he makes all this stuff, a little JCristina, a little nicety here. Is this awesome? Some little, I'm gonna put matter of fact, I'm gonna put my drink on this, little SpaceX stuff.
Joe was so excited to
And
open up
this,
these goodies.
I'm like, I was like a kid. It was like Christmas. I'm like, this is the coolest shit ever. So, you know what? Robbie has a, let me see if I can bring, let me wrap my arm around this big beast.
Don't knock it over.
No, I'm not. No, just hold on. Let me see. This is, so guys, I'm going to see if I can bring this up. Will this work? It does work. All right. I'll leave this on the screen. So check this out. This is his site. It's Rustic Heat Custom Designs. Is this not the coolest shit? Look at this. You can get your own.
That is really cool.
I mean, this is just awesome. And then what's really neat is besides these, he does all kinds of other cool stuff, like all this like engraving stuff. I love this. What?
And our son, Robbie, where is this one?
Oh shit, this
Yeah,
one?
look, wait, hold on.
You
This is
can open it
the
up.
coolest thing. So this is a bottle cap opener. You got It has Joe's face on it.
Robbie, that's just stupid, man.
I
That's
love
stupid.
it. So our son made him hold it so he could do a Snapchat because he calls his father that guy Joe. So he's like, you gotta hold it.
So I'm that guy, Joe. So
great.
Robbie, I just have to say, you're awesome. This is freaking just cool. This is gonna be back there now. You'll see it on set. But anyways, guys, definitely go and check that out. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me do this. Can I stick it in here? I think I can. Hold on. There you go. Check out his Facebook. Check out his Facebook. This is cool. Guys, in the chat, do you think this is cool or what? Tell me the truth. Is this not the coolest shit ever? Look at this. Look at the size of this thing.
Oh my God. Can you imagine if that thing lit up?
No,
I'd be dead.
Guys, imagine if you actually got...
I'd be sitting here charged.
Imagine if you got the super heavy too. This shit would be 4 feet tall, guys. 4 feet. It would just stay. It would be to the ground. It would be 4 feet.
It's a guy thing.
It is a guy thing. All right. We're going to stick it back over there.
Don't drop it.
Okay, I didn't drop it. Robbie, you're awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I love getting people send like things into the show, and it's just fun stuff. Absolutely fun. That's just super cool.
Alrighty.
Merry Christmas to me.
To you. Memorable places.
How you doing?
Fabiola has her sailor mouth on today.
Yes.
I do.
Yes. You know what? I'm going to go back and just beep her. Just bleep, 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 bleep.
Go config said open a can of whoop ass. It's true though.
Open the can of whoop ass. Sometimes you just have to, you know?
Yeah, it's a memorable places said it's a new t-shirt idea. Fabiola brand can of whoop ass.
Can of whoop ass.
I love it. Let's see. Dan Zimmerly.
If you have a question, put at JCristina before the question.
Yes.
At JCristina.
It's the art of the deal. The tariffs are the deal. Either the other countries play ball or we make money.
Holy
It's
shit.
a win-win.
Who said that?
Dan.
Dan, you just freaking get it, Dan. I talked to someone about that today. Dan, read what Dan just wrote, okay?
Dan the man.
If you don't understand what this man, the president, is doing, read his freaking book, okay? And you will just simply get it. Just like Dan said, it's the art of the deal. It's not about tariffs. It's about making something up that's not really there. It's kind of there. And making it into something that is just blown out of proportion, bigger than life, and then using it as a frickin' bargaining chip. This is not fucking rocket scientists. I did it again. I got to beat that out. This is not rocket science. It really isn't. It's just simply it's like common sense. You have something I want. I have something that you want, and we kind of do this trade thing. But you have to have some type of bargaining chip. His bargaining chip right now is going to be tariffs. So what that means is all these people are losing their shit and thinking that these tariffs are going to stay there in perpetuity. They're not. I bet you a lot of them will just somehow just slowly disappear. Okay? Hang in there for it. I could be wrong. But I think, once again, it's a bargaining chip. We need to have some type of balance between our trade. Obviously, it can't be just all one-sided and we say, yes, thank you for screwing us. That's just stupid. That's just stupid. And I think that the one thing, doesn't matter if you like Doge, if you like Elon, if you like the president, you like any of these people, right? The bottom line here is the one thing that we've had a problem with in this country for many decades, okay? Doesn't matter if they're Republicans or Democrats in office. The problem that we had is that this place has not been run as like a business. So we have been we've just been pissing money away, hand over fist. We're trillions and trillions and trillions in debt. The funniest thing that I just absolutely love, and you guys can comment on this, I love the idea that we borrow money from ourselves. We print money that doesn't exist, okay? And then those notes, that money, right, that debt gets bought by China. And then that money that we printed, that's just bullshit money anyways, we then send it to another country to go and do other shit. So then we have China that actually did this between using us, and now we have debt to China to go and facilitate things going on in other countries. What common sense? I don't even know. Any company that ran like that would be out of business in a second. There's no way that it could even happen, right? Anyways, you see, I just went off again. Why did you? Anyway, yeah,
you
okay.
You asked what people thought, so that's why I'm reading.
Keep
some
them
of the
coming,
comments.
guys. Keep them coming.
Hold on. Life and death.
Life and death.
Meanwhile, the U.S. and EU still subsidize nearly free postal shipping from China because the International Postal Union keeps them listed as a developing nation.
Yeah.
Tariffs are designed to compensate.
Exactly. They're a does anyone believe that China is a developing nation? Because if you do, you're definitely been under a rock for a long time. Okay, China is so far from developing anything. All right. So, anyways.
Yeah.
Next.
Hold on. Now I lost my spot.
You lost it.
Yes.
There it is.
Okay. No, wait. I'm coming.
Anthony, thank you so much for the super
Yes.
chat. That model was so detailed. It was, right? And that is a 3D printed model.
Okay.
I think it's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
The mid-coast of Maine. Yes. Thank you very much. I just chatted you. We make our own syrup here. Currently, each year, I can send you ours, homemade.
There you go, Maine. I would love to try it.
Chris
You know what?
Harding, it's going to be destructive.
I'm going to do something that I've never done.
Can I finish?
Yes, you do you. I'm going to do something.
Well, you can't because I'm reading you
No,
something.
go ahead.
Okay. It's going to be destructive. He has just started a totally pointless, totally ridiculous trade war. How many parts on an F-150 are imported?
Lots. Do they need to be imported is the question. See, that's the problem, okay? The problem is, and that's why the pain is going to happen. And I agree with you 100%, you know? The problem that we've had for a long time is where we used to make our own shit in this country, we stopped. And we got lazy. And we became complacent. And we started not doing our own work. And instead of having our own people pick our shit, we had to bring in other people to do it for us. Once again, why? Because we're lazy. We don't want to do our own shit. We want other people to do it. So that is where we get into things like, well, all right, I'm not going to go into a whole story. But anyways, the bottom line is that's kind of the reason why, yes, I agree with you.
You know what?
And it's going to be,
No, finish, but I was going to say that it kind of reminds me of COVID. It's like, in a way, it's like, it's free speech Friday and I have a sailor mouth tonight.
Yes.
Disclosure. Like, who has the balls to withstand the pain for a little bit and who doesn't? It's kind of like, you know, who went and ran and did it and who said, no, I'm not going to do it. I mean, that's how I kind of look at it.
And I think it's just not going to be as long as people think. I don't think this is going to be as long.
I just think that people forget that, like, literally, the economy, has not been great. I'm sorry, it hasn't. So, again, like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I mean, the market the market has been running,
getting eggs for $13, you know, when was that a thing? When any of us was growing up? That's like, if you told any of us when we were growing up in the 80s and 90s that eggs were going to be $13, we would have egged your house. Yeah. Just to make the point.
No, you couldn't even egg. We used to do toilet paper and egging.
Yeah, you can't even afford to do that.
Like,
I mean, it's stupid.
All right, guys, this is what I'm going to do. All right? So I've not put this ever in the chat. Right there, JCristina, LLC. And there is an address there. If you guys want to send something over, a note, a screw you Joe, a whatever, okay? That is the address you can send it over to. That's the business address. And I see everything that comes in through there, all right? It'll be fun just to see what everyone does. And like you said, with the maple syrup, send me over some maple syrup. I love to try it out. And if it is better, it's from Maine. It's going to be good. If it's better than the Canadian maple syrup, I wouldn't even buy Canadian maple syrup anymore just because.
Yeah.
Honestly, because it really doesn't matter, you know. Some things matter and some things don't.
So Robbie said he needs to try some of my cypress syrup. I'm gonna start syrup. I'm gonna start tapping my trees.
Could you imagine?
Purple hey Mo's in the house.
Is Mo here? How you doing, Mo?
Sorry, we're a little behind, but it's okay. We'll catch up. Purple haze. I know what organic eggs are. A gimmick. Like a lot of organic things.
Yeah, it's like,
yes.
I don't know.
Let's see.
The hell is an organic egg? I mean, I could say one thing, though, guys. I could say one thing. We have our own chicken, all right? We have 5 acres. We do have our own chicken. And I can tell you this, that if you take an organic egg from the store, okay, and you take one of our eggs and you crack an organic egg in a white bowl, and then you crack our egg into a white bowl, and you look at the two, one organic egg, ours, is going to be rich reddish orange in color, deep in color. Why? Because it's so filled with just omegas, just a ton of fatties that are just yummy. That is good stuff, right? And you look at the egg from the store that's organic, the damn thing is yellowish green color. Slightly orange, very little. And if you put them side by side, you can tell the difference. But if you just look at the one from the store, you're like, yeah, that looks like a yellow egg. No, that's not what they look like. Ask anyone here in the chat that has a chicken what their egg yolks look like compared to egg yolks that they get from the store. And I promise you, every single one will say exactly what I'm saying right now. It's just not the same food. So even when they say it's organic, I don't even know what the hell it is. I don't even know what the hell they're doing.
Okay.
Anyways.
Chris said it's what happens when your daddy buys your education, including your high marks. It's going to get bad, and he has no idea. He likes the word.
No. Okay.
Hillbilly in the Asia. Question, will Trump spend more on space travel and tech? Modern tech made from space tech since 1960s. If USA would spend 2% income, we'd be on the moon and Mars.
Yeah, long time ago. We got there with slide rules the last time. We should be able to get it without a problem. We should be there long ago. It's just they never made it into a priority. Look, Obama shut down the space system, let's say, NASA, right? We didn't have a way to be able to get to the ISS, the International Space Center, at all, right? We weren't able to get there. The only way that our astronauts and our cargo could get to the ISS for many years was through Russia. We had to hitchhike and have Russia bring us up there because we didn't have our own space program. Then Elon came around and said, yeah, we could use one of our Falcon 9s. We could throw you up there. It's no problem. He got the contract, and literally the next month, boom, we had an astronaut up there and we had a ton of cargo. That's it. So people complain about it, but they're complaining because there was a vacuum and Elon filled the frickin' vacuum. This does not, once again, take rocket science. It doesn't, right? Next time, keep NASA going and keep our systems working so that we can actually deliver our astronauts into space and not have to rely on Russia to do it. Pretty straightforward. I don't know. If I'm wrong, once again, down below in the chat, let me know where I'm wrong.
Okay, let's see.
Wait a second, Rusty.
Yes, Rusty, right here. Rusty
Rusty,
Chambers.
thank you for the super chat. What did he say?
No, you read it.
Oh, okay, hold on.
I have to do it all.
Let me see. I don't know. Usually you get in here and you do it. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, hold on. It's gonna go off. Hold on. Thoughts on what you see with the stock market? Reactions are just an adjustment for the economics of the U.S. Absolutely. We need to get things back under control and run the government. Yeah, absolutely. I would say fiscally responsibly.
Financially.
Yeah, I know, but it's fiscally responsible. Yes, I agree 100%. And what is going on right now with the stock market is a correction that is going to have to, like I said before, you just think of the country as a ship that's plugging along at 30 knots and it needs to make a U-turn. You can't just snap it on a dime. If not, the ship is going to topple over and that's going to be the end of the ship. It's going to sink. You have to slow down the ship, right the ship, come back full 180 around. That's just the way it is. So that's what, in my personal opinion, what's happening right now. All these people that are Chicken Littles, that are selling all their stock, I think it's comical. I really, really do. Because it's going to be back.
Did you say Chicken Littles?
I think I said, did I say Chicken Little?
Yes.
Yes, Chicken Little with their head chopped off. But yeah, I just think it's just kind of stupid. I mean, all of my stock are down too. All of your stock are down too. That's just the way it is. It's going to come back. Relax. Look at what the prices were during COVID, right? I mean, just think. Tesla during COVID was $120. $116. The damn shit went up to $400 and some dollars, right?
It's
now
funny
it's
how people
down.
forget that.
They forget. Then now it's down to $240. The shit was $120. It is now $240 as of today. $241, some closing like that. That's double. And people are like crying. Tesla's in the shitter. What are you talking about, man? Just 2 years ago it was $120. Anyways, does anyone disagree? I don't know. I want to hear it.
Okay, it says,
It says.
there's a lot of says.
Yes.
Ricky Joe, you know what's crazy is Walmart self-checkout kept stopping yesterday saying potential misscan when I make sure everything scans. I wanted to bust that thing up. Technology, Ricky Joe.
Yes.
Fun time.
'Cause you're a thief, Ricky Joe. You are a thief.
Jay
The Walmart
Goodwonder.
police are coming after you.
Who did the dishes after supper? And who cooked
She
dinner?
did. And she cooked dinner. I came out here to try to get this whole
Me and my daughter have been
crazy
tag
ass crap
teaming it
working.
this week, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Meow meow. What if Earth,
Meow meow. I
What
like
if
it.
Earth has a geomagnetic reversal?
Yeah, then that wouldn't be great, but it's possible. I think it's actually happened before. So, I mean, basically the North become the South, South North.
We'll just really screw things up. Go config. It's like
It won't happen in our lifetime, nor our kids or our kids' kids or kids' kids' kids.
Go config. It's like we all bellied up to the bar for a great conversation. Yes.
Everyone grab a brew.
Robert
I have
Pickle.
tea
Robert
because she made me
Pickle.
sick.
Oh my God! A bug makes you
I'm
sick.
sweating because I'm like half
You're
dead
sweating
here.
because
I'm
you're
dying.
like in this tariff thing, and you called people Chicken Little.
Did I call people Chicken Little?
You did. They're selling their shit. You called them Chicken Little.
All right, we're gonna have to
that's
beep a
great.
lot of
I
crap
love
out of
that
this
shit
one. I'm
tonight.
telling you. I'm sorry, guys.
It's been a week. Okay.
Yeah.
Robert Pickle, thank you very much for the super chat. At Joseph, I agree is now a good time to put money into the stock market and enjoy when it all comes roaring back.
Exactly.
Agree with you.
The people that make the most money are the ones that buy when everyone else is selling. That's just facts.
See, it always comes down to courage.
It just,
Everything always does.
I don't know. Like when during the COVID time, I looked at it, I'm like, everyone's selling. What does that mean? And then I would look at the different stock and I would say, well, nothing has changed with this stock. So it's not biomedical. It's not this, that. It's not a restaurant that's going out of business. There's nothing wrong with this stock. It's just in the toilet for no reason.
Yeah.
So buy it.
Oh, Peter Gosling gifted another 10 memberships.
Peter, thank you.
If you are getting a membership from Peter, please reach out and give a great big thank you
Yes.
for your new membership from Peter
Yep.
Gosling.
Skip, Chris,
Thank
Alan,
you.
Steve, Larry, Greg, Richard,
Making the
everyone who
party
dug, I
happy.
think, too. Anyways, if you got a free membership, say thank you to Peter.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Peter. Really appreciate you. Thank you tonight. Really, really helps out a lot. All those super chats, free memberships. It's awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. Once again,
Okay.
if you have a question, put in at
Yes,
JCristina
I'm
before your
just,
question, at JCristina. They just
Ricky-
pop out a lot quicker, a lot easier.
Ricky R. Green, how about us humans solve the Earth cell signal coverage in dead zones with Starlink satellites? That would be amazing.
Would be.
Life and death. SpaceX keeps blowing up rockets. You want to ride on something like that? Or Boeing, where things just stop working?
Yeah. So, yeah. Don't get me started with the whole Starline BS. I mean, Boeing got so many billions and billions and billions and billions. It's like $4.5, almost $5 billion. Okay, for their Boeing Starline bullshit that ended up having thruster problems as well as a helium leak, like 5, I think. Anyways, yeah. Elon Musk, SpaceX, they keep blowing shit up, and that's just how they do it. They iterate, blow shit up. Iterate, innovate, blow shit up. So the reason why it's blowing up now is because they went from the block 1 to a block 2. When they went to the block 2, they changed the angles of those just like you can see in the back over here. We can see those flaps are angled in at about 120 degrees compared to 180. They also extended the size of the ship, so the capacity of the propellant is 25% more propellant now, okay, than before. There's a ton of different things. The hoses, the lines now have a vacuum line around them. So you have the fuel line, and then you have another line around it that holds a vacuum to try to keep the temperatures in check. So there's a lot of different moving parts. Once again, when they do the innovation and they go from a block 1 to block 2, that's why they're having problems. And that's just the way it is. So I like to see them blowing it up before there's actually people on board, right? So, yeah.
Okay. Mo, what SpaceX should do with Starlink is deploy the radar ground station near the asteroid belt. But one thing, asteroids have a frequency that can distort the communications of the ground station.
Yeah.
Just a fun thought.
Yeah. I think what they'll, if you're referring to communication between Earth and Mars, I think what they're going to do is they're just going to have a multiple rings, okay, kind of stepped out. Let's say 25%. So maybe let's say 4 rings or maybe 8 rings. And in those 8 rings, they're going to have satellites, right? To be able to do the, how we would call this. It would basically be the equivalent to a repeater cell. Okay, so the signal would come from Mars, let's say, and it's headed to Earth. It would hit one repeater. It would amplify that signal. It would refocus it to the next, amplify the signal, focus it to the next, so on and so forth, until it bounces all the way to Earth. Because once again, like I said before, you can't have a laser that actually fires from Mars to Earth because the distance would literally take a laser the size of a pin. It would end up spreading it out to about, kilometer plus. So obviously the data would be a waste at that point. So I think that's what they're going to do. Okay, we'll see. I don't know.
Radioactive Texan, the only reason to run Windows is running big box or retro gaming systems on it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm using Linux, but I'm also, I did a couple of games in that Life After Microsoft Windows Cutting the Cord series I did. So take a look at some of those. I think, what did I game? I did whatever Elon was doing, PoE 2. Whatever the hell that is, PoE 2, that game. But there is, if you don't know it, if you want to game on Linux, there is over 15,000 games that are certified on Linux, that work on Linux, and they all go through Steam. So you just download Steam to your Linux box, and then you can download all of your games and play them. There's some games that you can't. I won't get into which ones, but let's say 15,000 do. So I'm sure that you could find something to play on Linux if you wanted to. Okay.
Low Tech Greg.
How you doing, Low Tech Greg?
No fab, our data is a commodity to be sold to the highest bidder.
It sure is. Yeah.
Of course.
That's the way it's been.
But it's the bullshitness of it all that they, this. You all get these in the mails like every other day from some damn company that we
lost all of your data
and all this crap. It's just garbage. They're doing it on purpose.
Yeah, we lost your social security number.
Doge that. Find out about that. It's just bullshit.
I was at the DMV, and the guy behind the counter told me, he's like, you wouldn't believe this, but the number of social security numbers that we've lost here at the DMV is in the millions. And that's one of the reasons why, like here in Florida, I don't know if it's everywhere, they're having everyone get new cards, the driver's licenses, and have like the little star on them and everything, so that you can use them for traveling and whatnot. But they're trying to get people to get all new cards and all new this and that. That's why the DMV here, it was literally a month and like a week for me able to get a driver's license because I lost my wallet and I didn't know why, and that's what he was telling me. So it's really kind of crazy, the amount of loss that we don't even know about. It's just our data is everywhere. You know what my new quote is? Once you know, and this applies to anything, once you know, you cannot unknow. And if you choose to not know, then you're just a straight up buffoon. A buffoon. That's it. The shirt. You're a straight up buffoon. That's it.
a
if
can
you
of
know,
whoop ass, and you're a buffoon.
if you know and you unknow.
No, but it's true. If you know something, you learn something, and you choose to pretend like you don't or like it's not happening, then you've got problems. Like there's something wrong.
And there it is.
So
there it is. That's the shirt.
Okay,
we're gonna do it.
Yep. Happy days. Mo wants to know, how is the puppy doing? The puppy is rambunctious. He's doing well. And yeah, he's a good
crazy.
puppy.
Yeah,
but
he's
crazy. Good. Yeah. I mean, he's still a puppy, you know, but
he's got the puppy energy.
He's good. Yeah. Let's see.
He hasn't ripped anything up. He hasn't crapped in the house. So it's like, you know, he's doing pretty good. He's doing good.
Yeah. Let's see. Memorable places. Taking up a collection to pay for tissues and Benadryl. My God, I've taken everything. I've had to go on.
It's true.
Antibiotics.
Yeah.
I haven't been on antibiotics in like
even
6 years.
Your teeth were hurting from the last sick.
Like, so I went to the dentist. Real quick, went to the dentist. So he told me I might need 2 root canals, but then he said it could be because of all the back-to-back sinus colds, whatever.
Yep, all the swelling and inflammation.
Anyway,
antibiotics.
It's been a week, like usual.
Yes.
Let's see. AC/DC was a good band. Yes, it was. Low-Tech Greg, that should put out a big mofo flame. Yeah, could you imagine that thing?
Could you imagine? Yes.
Oh my God. Mid-Coast of Maine, 210 down, 28 up, 40. Waldo County, Maine, using the exact TP setup you taught us in your original training videos. Hasn't failed 2+ years now. Ice, rain, wind, sun.
Wow.
That is amazing.
See, I love that. When it makes me feel good when I create a video and it really helps like just a ton of people. It makes me feel like I did something and I'm actually helping people and they're getting value out of it. That's just something that there's just, you can't, there's like no feeling like that. To me, it's just awesome. So thank you for telling me. I'm glad that it's working now a couple of years and you're using the setup that I helped you create. So that's awesome. Thank you so much for that.
Robert Pickle, during the last 10 days, I have moved my company from Windows to Linux.
Holy crap.
Have been my inspiration for doing it.
Thank you.
That is awesome.
That is awesome. Yeah. So yeah, this is, guys, there's my Windows. I tell you all the time, guys, this is my Windows. It's like 160, a lot of days. It's over 6 months now. I have not put this back into the computer. Everything is being done on Linux. I'm using Linux Mint. It's just, I don't even, honestly, I come into the studio, I work, I do all of my photo editing, video editing, my recording, my audio, 3D stuff, everything, right? And I just walk in, I push the button, the computer comes on in probably 10 seconds, maybe 12 seconds. It's already booted. And I'm working, and I don't even realize anymore that I'm not in Windows because it doesn't matter. The operating system just gets out of the way, and that's what it's supposed to do. The thing is people have become okay with having an operating system in their face all the time. Fix this, download this, upgrade that, your security is screwed, there is viruses attacking you, all that, constant crap. You need Copilot, you need Recall to take a picture of your screen every 2 to 3 seconds to then distill it all down and fire it off to Microsoft. Is that really all necessary? Probably not. And what happens once again is people become complacent and they just think that that's just the way it is and everything is okay. But honestly, using Linux for this much time that I have so far, I really don't even realize that I'm not using Windows or I'm not using Mac like back here. Linux just simply works. It gets out of my way and it allows me to just simply work. And that's it. I don't have to do nothing. So anyways, we're going to keep using it until it fails. And then I'm going to tell you I was wrong. And I'm going back to Billy the Kid. I'm going to start using Windows again.
Hillbilly in Asia, do you think Trump will increase the NASA fund? Great if NASA budget was 2% of the federal government.
Oh yeah, you read that one.
Did I really?
Yep.
Okay, Zorro, I know off topic, do you stream with Starlink? I have issues, can barely do 720p.
Yeah, so we streamed with Starlink only for 2 years, okay? Now we're streaming with Starlink, fiber, and T-Mobile home internet. All three of them are coming into a Raspberry Pi that I'm using for a router because that's what I do because I'm a nerd. So I'm using a Raspberry Pi as a router. All three connections are coming into it, and I'm using all three simultaneously through this. So
you
it
know
ends
what?
up being like a gigabit or more.
Look here real quick.
Yeah.
You see this?
Yeah.
I'm just getting to it. Joe Hudnick said your autofocus is not very good tonight.
Really?
Well, look at that.
Yeah. Well, then I don't know what that is because that's the actual autofocus. So
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
if that's what they're
Well, no,
saying.
because that is like 720 or something. That's just
okay.
low quality. This is what's actually going out
Okay.
right there.
All right. Well.
So I don't know. Maybe it's going in and out. I don't know.
Hey, Phil's camping. What's
Sorry.
going on? Mike Jones. No patent laws. No copyright. First to market is your reward. A mecca for creation and innovation that would make jobs track the brightest under freedom, not ignorance and walls.
Could you imagine?
I know.
Let me see how this autofocus works. Hold on. Let me put this up here. Let me see if it zooms into it. It
yeah,
does.
it does.
That's the Raspberry Pi. That's a version 4 Model B. You could get a Pi 5 if you
Yeah,
want.
but
now
see-
watch. Hold on. Here we go. And we are back.
Yeah, but over here.
Yeah, but you can't go by that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
you got to go
same.
by this. That's
Alrighty.
that's the outbound stream. Anyways, like I was saying, we're using 3 connections simultaneously for the. So it doesn't matter if one went down. Actually, 2 could go down, and we'd still be streaming.
Okay. Really quick, Phil's camping. What are we 3D printing? I'm currently completing a 2-meter long battleship model.
Holy
of the
crap!
Bismarck,
2 meter?
Bismarck, and also printing the Black Pearl.
Are
Shut
you?
up.
Come on! I would love.
Phil, you gotta share
Black
pictures
Pearl.
of that when you get it.
Yes, share.
That is amazing.
I am a pirate at heart. I would love to see the Black Pearl. Can you imagine a 2 meter? That's like over six
Yeah.
feet. That is massive. That's pretty damn cool. That is really cool. This thing behind me is like about 21 inches, I think, somewhere around there. That Block 2
Yeah.
Starship, which is cool. But yeah, I want to see the Black Pearl. Come on,
That is cool.
share that.
Mo, I blame George W. Bush for
There you go.
tanking the economy. Go configure our machinists. Sorry,
Machinists?
our machinist trades were decimated, but Trump wants to bring it back. Could you imagine?
Yeah, I'm just bring it all back. I mean, I want to see it.
Sky Beetle 65. When will humanoid robots replace construction workers?
Construction workers is going to be a while because it's all a balancing thing. And there's a lot going on with it. Can they do it? Eventually, yes, they will. But I think robotics are really going to be more like personal robotics, where they're kind of wandering around, aimlessly. I think that's probably how they're going to be at first. And then, of course, you're going to have the industrial robots. But they're usually very specific, built for a special task that only does like a certain thing over and over. I have seen some of the Tesla bots, the Optimus deal or whatever, where they're actually pulling packages and putting them where they belong and doing this kind of stuff because it's like a humanoid, obviously. So, but it's going to be a while. You're not going to see them building homes, I don't think, very soon. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Let's see. Eric McMahon. Eric.
How you doing, Eric?
I agree that Trump needed to impose tariffs, but I am wondering if he should have done it in stages rather than imposing on the whole world at the same time.
Yeah, so I would look at it this way. So if you need to have your wisdom teeth out, right? Let's just say, and you have to have 4 wisdom teeth out. We know that you have to get them out because they're impacted, right? Do you want to have all 4 wisdom teeth taken out, okay, and then recover in a week or so or 2 weeks? Or do you want to take 1 wisdom tooth out, recover for a week or 2, take another one out, recover for a week or 2, take another one out, so on and so forth, right? So I don't know what the answer is, but for me, I would rather see extreme pain for a small portion of time and then prosperity in comparison to pain, a little bit of pain, a little, I think it just needed to be one big freaking whack with a hammer
You mean a can of whoop ass?
A can of whoop ass, and then just hopefully it just gets better quicker. But yeah, I think
that's a good question. I don't know.
I think like a root canal or like pulling out wisdom teeth is a good analogy. I think
I've had a lot of dental work, and I'm just like, let's do it.
Just get it all done.
Yeah.
One shot. Yeah, I think that's probably the way to do it. But yeah, I don't know.
Lord.
I'm not an economist, obviously, but
Tim Paddock, welcome to a premium sub.
Thank you for the premium sub.
Another premium sub to Go Config.
Go Config, premium sub. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Phil said I have to email you a few images of my 3D printed projects I'm working on now. Yes, definitely do so. The mid-coast of Maine. I was born in 75, youngest of 7. Mom came from a family of 17. We can learn to be self-supporting. It's easy. It will be hard at first, but we will do it, no problem.
Yeah.
But see too, that's the mindset. I think that like when you truly don't come from like there's no trust fund, there's no savings account, like there's nothing. You just your family lives like paycheck to paycheck and you survive, and like that's how I grew up. So there's no safety net, there was nothing. I had to do everything on my own. So I'm like, who gives a shit? Like, I haven't lost anything, and make it happen. Let's do it. And if we fall, get up again. Like,
just
but
do it.
I could see like your perspective if you come from a different environment and you grow up with like
everything, and
with
all
everything,
of a sudden
and you're just scared to lose everything.
Yeah.
But some of us, we didn't have shit, so to me it doesn't matter.
Well, like with him with 17 kids, he one of 17.
Right.
I mean,
hey, you're gonna do with less, and you realize you become very resourceful.
Right.
So you're different
and self-reliant,
build.
right?
Yes, but you're different build kind of people. You know, so it's just
completely different. Yep, I agree.
Chris, I went offshore because it was way cheaper. Do you think all these factories are going to turn up in 2 years? More like 2 decades. Meanwhile, the education system being gutted right when it is needed the most. Chris, do you have children?
No. Yes.
That's my number one question, because as a mother, our education system was shit, and I'm glad it was gutted. So I'll just leave that part there.
No, let me comment.
Good for you. I got to comment.
I did. So let me throw something in there too. So I get the idea of, are the factories going to come back in 2 years? And the answer to that is no. We see that Apple is now committing to $500 billion, $500 billion, to actually bring back into this country manufacturing, right? Because they know that doing what they're doing in China, it's difficult for them. It's a lot easier if they have these factories here. So are they going to do it? Yes. So they've committed to $500 billion. Apple has. Other companies are doing the exact same thing. Now, is it going to happen where they're all rebuilt in 2 years, like you said? And I agree. It's not. It's not. But if you don't start sometime, when are you going to start?
Yes.
Never. You're just going to keep outsourcing the shit forever in perpetuity,
so then
and it will never bring them back. So that, you can't be in that mindset where it's like it's going to take so long or it's going to be so painful, because if someone doesn't do it, our kids and our grandkids are the ones that will end up suffering.
So it goes back to my question. Do you have children, right? Because I tackled the education part of it. Our education sucks.
Horrendous.
Okay? It is horrendous. And if you don't think it's horrendous, then I'm sorry, sir. I don't know where you've been hiding. And when it comes to what's happening now, again, I'm here for the long run. We're here for the long run.
For the kids.
I'm okay with a little bit of pain. I'm okay with a lot of pain, as long as it's going to get better.
Yeah, I just,
I don't think that things would have gotten better had they continued to go.
Well, they would never get better.
Exactly.
If you don't do anything, they'll never get better.
No, but I'm
just
saying
keep doing the same thing.
The prior administration, how things were, we were not going to get better.
And the administration before that, and the administration before that, I don't care if they're Republican or Democrat, it's been shit for so long. I mean,
if someone is doing something good, I don't give a shit what side is on, care. As long as it's good and it's benefiting us.
And it not just benefiting us, but benefiting our kids and our kids' kids, because that's really what we're doing it for, right?
Us. When I say us, I mean not just us. I mean us as a collective, as a country, as a peoples. Us.
I mean, our kids right now have education levels so far below what the entire world has. It's just sad. It's just in its face sad. They do not have mathematical skills anymore. They cannot read. They cannot calculate anything. They have no common sense anymore, right? So it's like it's been in the dump for so long that just any light at the end of the tunnel is good when it comes to education. I can tell you that for sure, 100%. That's my opinion, but
Okay.
when the hell am I? I don't know. What's the next question?
Hold on.
There's a lot of you guys here tonight. This is awesome.
Let's see. Life and death. Okay, 100% domestic. Oh, this has to do with toilet paper. 100% domestic toilet paper has gone up 300 to 400% since that plague. We weren't allowed to investigate.
Yeah.
No tariffs needed. Gee, ask Donnie why.
Yeah.
Brian, I might listen to you more now, like when your wife calls you out, going on and on.
You see? She does it. Thank God. Because if she's not here, guys.
Dutch said, our store-bought eggs, the yolk is deep reddish. Deep reddish? It's supposed to be deep orange.
I haven't seen a store-bought egg that was
Is it a chicken egg?
Deep color egg, like ever. Like never. I mean, our eggs are deep golden, like a deep orangey color, the yolks, whereas the yolks that we get here, the organic yolks, are literally yellow. They're almost a vile yellow, a putrid
Why do you have
yellow,
to say it like that?
an off greenish yellow. It's really bad, really bad. I'm gonna have to do that one of these times.
I know you talked about it.
Wait a second. No, you know what? I have a picture, I think, on my phone. I don't know if I can find it, but
you can't find that now.
Okay, you go to the next question.
Really?
Go to the next question. I'm just going to look anyway.
Speed Racer, thank you very much for that super chat.
Thank you.
I'm so happy you're here tonight. I love it.
Appreciate the super chats.
Let's see. Drone Oki, an organic-like substance. Kevin, oh no, wait. Zorro, do you think the 1 gig speeds will gain decent upload speeds? Mine have been horrible lately.
The 1 gig
speeds will gain decent upload speeds.
Zorro, I don't know what you mean by 1 gig speeds. Are you talking about the SpaceX Starlink right now? The maximum speeds are about 200 to 300 megabits is what we're seeing. Gigabit speeds from SpaceX Starlink is right around the corner. So I did do a video about this, and I talked about it, and I said, listen, when version 3 satellites are on orbit, we're going to see gigabyte speeds. It will start out most likely with businesses, and businesses will get those gigabit speeds, and then eventually it will kind of trickle down to us. So hang in there for it. We will see gigabit from space. Trust me. I promise you. We'll probably see it by next year. Because I'm going to guess the version 3 satellites will probably be on orbit before, let's say, 4th quarter this year. Maybe even sooner if they stop blowing shit up. And in that case, those version 3s, they have like over 14, close to, I think it's 20 times the capacity is what I was reading. 20 times. And they're 4 times the size. So it's the equivalent to 20 of the current SpaceX Starlink satellites for the cost, let's say, of one of the new ones. So it's really, really, really big. Old broke a toe. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate that.
That's great.
Thank you. But yeah, we're going to see gigabit, guys. We're going to see gigabit. And Elon has promised under 20 millisecond latency. And, people will hate on me, but I have received 14.5 milliseconds latency here at this location. When they opened up the POP, or the point of presence near me down in Miami, 14.5 was the best so far. Normally it's in the 20s, 22, 24, but I was able to get 14.5 for a little bit. So anyways, we're going to see sub 20 milliseconds. That is fast. All right. Questions
The mid-coast of Maine. Things got too cheap too fast. We became addicted to throw it away goods, instant gratification, electronics, and shopping. Time to stop. 1,000% correct.
Can't even say it any better.
I had a conversation with a friend today, actually, and we were talking about, like, back in the day. And when I say back in the day, I was born in 73. So, I don't know, for some reason, anyone that's, like, 40 or younger, I don't know, they spawned here in the year, I don't know, 2000. Yeah, I don't know, like, yeah. But anyways, me and this person had this conversation about how things might not have been, like, great, you know, but they were better. When you went to the store to buy something, at least you got your money's worth of the product you were buying. You know, the dollar is, so to say, like back in the day, again, stretched longer, you know.
Yeah,
now you buy something, and if you're the person that's doing the shopping all the time, like I am, the boxes are smaller, the bags are smaller, the product is smaller, it's filled less.
But the price isn't smaller.
Right, and the price is now almost triple. So when you sit there and people say, oh, well, things are better. Really, are they? Because, like, in my world, they're really not, you know, and I know I'm not the only one. So,
absolutely not.
Yes, money might not have been, you know, great, but you got quality things because also things were being produced here. Not like you just said, they weren't, like, made elsewhere. And if things were brought in, they were still required to have quality for it to last a little longer.
Yeah.
Now it's just straight up, oh my gosh, this reminds me of a day I was working and I wore these shoes. I bought them at Forever 21. Fucking shoes were falling apart on me. So I literally had to get
off.
Like the side strap, so I got a stapler and then the other shoe started to fall off. I swear to God, not making it up. I had to leave work and run to Target to go get a pair of shoes because those literally fell apart. That's what I got for, you know.
It's a disposable, you know, everything is disposable. You know,
No
you buy stuff to throw it away today. It's not the way it was, you know, that's just the way it is. And things change, and I get it. It's not like you're going to be stuck in like an old time, but the thing is it's just.
But today people don't realize that. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
because it's
and we're
the
not
norm.
that old.
It's the norm.
Yeah, it's
that's the way it is.
Retarded.
It's the norm. So,
let's see.
If you have a question, put in at JCristina before your question. Once again, at JCristina. It makes it easier.
Old Broke Toe member for 15 months.
Wow,
yes,
been here for a bit.
Sub.
The Old Broke.
I love it.
I like it. Old Broke a Toe.
Yes. Okay. Mid-Coast of Maine also said, as a retired Marine and as a Navy brat growing up, the Navy terms is making feel 16 and Dad yelling at me.
Yes.
Tim Paddock, $1,000 off for $1,500.
Exactly.
Yeah, we did that. Phil's Camping, I sent you an email just now on some images of what I'm making in the 3D
awesome.
printer.
We will definitely be looking at those
if you wish. There is a 2M Bismarck and the Black Pearl. Old Roto said electric companies good. Hillbilly in Asia, Donald Trump expressed a desire to send American back to the moon during presidency in December 2017. He signed the Space Policy Directive 1, which directed NASA to focus on returning.
Amazing, right? Amazing. What did Kennedy say? We're going to go to the moon for why? Not because it's easy, because it's hard. It's just something that we should do and make it a point to do it and continue to be a leader in a strong country. And I don't know. I mean, Kennedy was a great president, and it's like, and that's why I always say I don't care.
Some people don't think he was that great.
Yeah, I know. That's how it always is. But that's why I don't care.
But I don't think any politician is great. Like, that's the thing.
Politicians, they don't supposed to be great, right? They don't supposed to be.
They're
if
shit.
If you want power, you should never be given it.
Yeah,
if you want power, you should never be given it. The people that should have the power are the people that don't want it, because they will actually treat it accordingly and not abuse it. So, anyways.
All right. Let's see. Robert joined a little bit late. Not sure if you mentioned already or not, but how is Linux working out for you? You happy with it?
Loving it. Yeah. I did a whole spiel on Linux just about maybe 20 minutes ago or so. Just rewind, go backwards. Be what is it? Rewind, be kind. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, just get back to it. And I talked about it. I love it. It's working out good. Windows, like I said, is still here. Haven't put it back into the computer, and I don't even realize that I'm using Linux anymore because it kind of has gotten out of the way. And I just simply work, and that's it. I turn it on, I do my work, and that's it. I don't really know or care what the OS is. And that's really the way an OS should be. And that's the way I feel like they used to be. And then Windows became a big, fat, bloated piece of crap. And you know what? I like Apple. I like Mac. But their OS has become a big, fat piece of crap too. And the thing that sucks is they started with Unix. So people that they don't know this, but Apple is actually, let's say Linux, it's not really, it's Unix, but still the same derivative thereof. And it just has a really nice GUI over it. That's what you're using if you're using Mac. You're using something that's very similar to Linux today. Anyways, yeah, it's just a big bloated mess, and that's what ends up happening. And it happens with some of the distributions, some of the distros for Linux too. They get a little bit fat. But the difference is you can get a lean and mean one if you want, which is fine. But they're all a lot more secure, and they run better, in my personal opinion.
All right. Jonathan Sanaim, does she have a bathroom? Renee, I just chatted you back. We have a new toilet and full tile in the whole bathroom floor is done. So we're moving along.
We are moving.
We are moving.
Moving along.
Let's see. John, there's always risk with innovation. I like the fact that SpaceX learns from mistakes.
Can't agree more. Absolutely. That is absolutely the case. Let me see. Let me see if I can share this.
The Mid-Coast of Maine. I bought my son a Steam handheld for Christmas. Is that what you're talking about? Steam handheld?
I don't know what that is. Oh, Steam handheld. You're talking about the game. No. So yeah, the handheld game that's a Steam handheld video game console or whatever. You can get Steam on Apple, on Microsoft, Windows, as well as on Linux. Steam, the exact same thing. So all of the games that you have on that handheld, you can actually play on Linux too, along with 15,000 other games. So just go to steam.com and you'll see it. You'll definitely see it. Matter of fact, let me see if I can go there, because I know some people want to know about the Steam thing.
What is it? A handheld, just a game?
Well, so you have a Steam Deck, right? That's like the main thing. So here, guys, let me put this on. All right. So here you go. You see this? So if you go to steampowered.com, this is Steam. Okay. Well, there is a Steam Deck, which is like a handheld video game thing, and you can play all these games on there. But then you could also use Steam. And through Linux, or once again through Mac or through PC, you could play these games also. So over 15,000 games you can play on Linux, which is really amazing, honestly, really amazing. So this is what it looks like. So go there, check it out. Go to steampowered.com, steampowered.com. And that's what the console looks like. Do you see this right here?
Oh my God.
This right here is the Steam Deck. That's what I think that's what you're talking about, right? But yeah, all those games can be played on your PC also. Are you scrolling?
No, it's getting stuck. Did you see what it just did?
Yeah, it just did the pop thing. I saw it.
Yeah, I don't know where it's going, what it's doing.
It's YouTube. YouTube does crazy
TJ.
stuff. Oh my God.
Thank you so much, TJ.
TJ. Wow.
Well, it just took a shit.
TJ, she didn't. The computer did.
I'm like trying to write you back, TJ, and look
TJ,
at this is what I get.
This is what it gets.
This is what happened last time.
It says snap.
snap.
Can't open this page. We're screwed. This is what YouTube. This is what a billion. This is what a billion. Probably click. Yeah. This is what a $1 billion company looks
Doge.
like. Doge their ass. Okay. $1 billion company.
Done. You're never getting
Alphabet.
any more subs.
I'm not getting no more. I get nothing anymore. I'm screwed. Alphabet, parent company. Google.
Oh my God.
Next in line. Now YouTube. Same people. All the same people. They have billions. They make billions. Yet their software has always been shites. And you would think that over time it would just get better and better because they're hiring enough kids that are 18 years old, drinking Mountain Dews and eating Cheetos, but they're not.
You guys, it's going to take me a minute to figure out where I left off. With
So just
questions.
you don't even have to plug it back in if you don't want. Just,
I know how to do it. It doesn't
just
matter.
refresh.
It's being...
Anyways, TJ, thank you so much for that super chat. That is very, very kind. It's really, really appreciated. Thank you for that. Thank you. Yeah. So it's broken.
Yeah. It says send feedback. Can I send feedback?
You should send
Virtual
feedback.
Feedback?
Oh my God, she's going to send a virtual finger. All right, let me see if I can get you back in here. I don't know. I don't even know where
See,
it
this
went
is where
to.
I want to like do a video and like, yeah, virtually.
And virtually do something that you shouldn't do.
And then take this and chuck it out the window.
Who would do that?
Me. And then run it over with the truck and then back it up again and then run it over again. And then
All
I
right.
would share that video.
So we're back. And of course, so now we're back, but this is what it looks like. So now remember, this is inside. So immediately it starts playing an ad, right?
Yeah.
It's playing an ad. I don't need an ad. We just need your chat here so we can communicate with you guys. Anyways, busted. Always busted.
2025, y'all.
2025, fix your crap. My God. God, it's just bad. Anyways, once again, thank you so much, TJ. If you guys have a question, listen, put at JCristina, and we're going to hang out for probably another maybe 10, 15 minutes, and then we're out.
Yes.
So
I think we've done enough damage.
Enough
for one
damage.
night.
The channel is just destroyed. I got Alphabet on me, probably sued. I don't even know.
Oh my God, don't say that.
Demonetized forever.
We've
I
already
don't
been
know.
through that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, once again, if you have a question right now, put an at JCristina.
No,
And,
we're doomed.
We're doomed, Mo. Mo, we're in the shitter, Mo.
Oh my God. Colin Kaiser, I remember a loaf of bread for a nickel or candy bar for a nickel back in 1965.
Holy hell.
Holy, as my son would say.
Holy.
Walter Sun Farm, gasoline, 25 cents, 1968.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, so I was driving in high school in 1991.
It was
and
under
gas,
$1?
I was like, yeah, it was under
It's like
$1.
70 some
and
cents.
it's the same stupid gas.
The gas didn't change, right? They don't they don't refine it any differently. It's kind of stupid, in my personal opinion. There is some gifting going on. I saw a present pop
Peter.
up, guys. Peter. Thank you, Peter. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that.
You guys, if you're getting a gifted membership, please give a shout out to Peter Gosling. It is all his party doing tonight.
Man, Peter, thank you so much. Thank you. Who got one of these? We got Joseph on there. Scott, George, Marco, Eric, Raymond. Who else? Don, Patrick, Jerry, Gary, and all the rest of them. Say thank you to Peter. Thank you so much, Peter. Really do appreciate everything that you do for the channel. Thank you, everyone, for the super chats tonight. It's been a lot of fun. We've been a little bit out there tonight. I know.
I'm allowed though. I've had to deal with like
just understand that it's
some
just
weeks are better than others.
opinions are like belly buttons, right?
Oh my God. Who says that?
I don't know. It just came to mind.
We hope everybody has one.
We just hope everyone has a belly button. I don't know.
You're
It's just,
stupid.
I could
Oh my God.
I could say opinions are like something else, but I
Yes.
didn't.
Well, hold on. Sky Beetle, when will X replace YouTube?
When will X replace YouTube? Guys, you saw, I didn't even get into any of the videos I did this week. One of the videos I did was XAI, right? And I was talking about how XAI, Elon Musk company, XAI, bought X, right? For, what was it, 33 billion with 12 billion and like debt and some other shit. I don't know. It ended up being like $46 billion or something. So, X is bought. Yeah, that's it. So now XAI owns X. This is planned. This is the way, this is just basically just flipping companies around and doing what they do.
See, that's the school that I didn't go to.
Yeah,
I should have gone to school for tax law, business flipping things around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, the whole XAI thing is like a really big thing right now. I'm going to do some more videos on AI. A lot of people like that, so I'm going to do more of those. I'm going to do more on the Linux thing. People just love the Linux thing. Every time I do a Linux thing, there's like tens and tens and tens of thousands of views. So I'm going to keep doing it. And of course, I'm going to keep crushing the SpaceX Starlink stuff. I hope to see Starship soon. My prediction was the end of this month. So we'll see if that actually happens. Some people, we did a poll, and the majority of people, I think it was like 70% said this month, and the other 30%, let's say, said the following month. So we'll see. I hope it happens. But like I said, there was a lot of videos that I did this week. I think I did 4 videos this week. So definitely review those. There's been just a lot going on, a lot, and I know I'm not gonna be able to get into it now because we've been just shooting it all night about everything else. So if you have any questions about any of those videos,
yes, and I'm trying to like go back because this thing, took a dump, and I just can't. I don't even know where it left off. But
yes, Peter, you cannot leave me without the kicks. I know, I know. She does it every once in a while.
Oh,
I feel it.
Have.
Every once in a while you see me jar. That's her kicking me.
Doug said China products. Why? Let's see. Renee said that at the end of our show.
Yes.
Let me see. Wait, where did it go? Oh, no.
Gone. Done. Just like that.
Oh, she said something like this was all a hypothetical conversation.
Yeah, this was not. This was just all just a bunch of I don't know.
Pink emojis, pink poop emojis.
Pink poop emojis, yeah.
Yes. American Patriot, I finally wired direct around the Wi-Fi and was blown away with increase in speed used to approximately 150 megabits, now running normal at 250. Couple days ago, hit 350.
Yep. If you guys want faster speeds, run hardwire. Don't use Wi-Fi. And Shannon, who's not on the channel tonight, Shannon is away.
John.
Shannon ended up doing. He did something. He asked me. I told him, listen, do this, and he did it. And what he did is he replaced the router with a gaming router. Okay, and all of a sudden speeds like doubled and tripled. So if you guys cannot hardwire, replace the SpaceX Starlink router with a gaming router. Whichever gaming router, I don't care, an AX something, just a gaming router. And you will see your speeds increase by a lot. I promise you. I promise you. Give it a shot.
Oh my God.
What's going on? What am I missing?
Because I'm like catching up on some of these comments. And when you said the whole belly button thing, of course you guys have to chime in. And Kamikaze said he has an Audi.
Oh, there you go.
And then John Beam said not everyone had a belly button. My next door neighbor doesn't have one.
They don't have a belly button?
First of all, go what?
How
do you even know this?
There's no umbilical cord?
From your neighbor. You guys.
The neighbor doesn't have a belly button?
That's what John said.
John, I think I'm calling bullshit, John. You got to have a belly button. Mo says, I got you.
Mo said opinions are like belly buttons. Everybody has one quote of the day.
That's the quote of the day.
I thought it was mine. You outdid me.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Peter says, are you going to live for Bozo?
Yeah.
Bozo's launch. You know what, guys? I think I'm going to go live to be there for Jeff Bezos' launch. I call him Jeff Bezos lovingly because I love this. I don't like him at all. I don't like him. Don't even look at me.
So I found it.
I don't.
Renee said, just remember to say at the end of this, all has been a hypothetical discussion.
It's all been hypothetical. Yes, it's been blasphemy. So anyways, I don't like Jeff Bezos. There's reasons why, and I got into it in like another past video. But trust me, there's stuff that I just don't like on how he conducts business. I have sold on Amazon for over a decade. They are crooked. Okay? They are crooked. So I'll leave it at that. So I don't care for Jeff. But Jeff is going to be launching. He isn't going to launch shit because Blue Origin, his company, isn't going to be able to launch nothing because they can't. But ULA will. So I will be covering that live. All right. So it's, I think the 8th, the 9th, whenever it is, I'm going to try to be here live so that I can cover it just like I would cover a SpaceX Starship go up. And hopefully they make it into orbit. If they do, that means that Project Kuiper will get the first 27 satellites into orbit that are going to directly compete with Elon Musk's 7,100 Starlink satellites. They're going to have their first 27. So they're there. They're getting there. All right? They'll be there soon. I don't know how soon, but they'll have 27 and he has 7,100. But don't mind that because Jeff Bezos will be competing with Elon probably by the end of the year.
All right.
And if you believe that, watch my video on it that I did 2 days ago or whatever, and I break it down. And a lot of people that love Bezos got pissed that I called him Bozo. You know, he's just a smart guy. He's rich. He's so rich, and you're not, and he's rich. I'm like, just shut your hole, because he's an asshole, okay? And the stuff that he does with his company is literally borderline crooked, okay? And maybe one day I'll get into and I'll tell you all of the crooked shit.
We're really on one tonight.
Yeah, selling with Amazon, all the stuff that they have done. So anyways, yeah, so there you go.
Doge.
But yeah,
Doge
their ass. Doge Bezos. Doge.
I'm getting a shirt that
Could
says
you imagine? Doge him. Doge it.
Is that like, oh shit.
Doge it.
Oh my God.
Some shit like that. I don't know.
Oh man.
I don't know.
That's good shit. It's good shit. You can tell we're tired.
I'm sick. I don't feel good. I'm sweating here. You know, she made me sick. I feel like hell.
Oh my God.
And now I'm like, you know.
I can't.
I'm gonna have to bleep so much stuff out of this one.
Know. Well,
I'm not bleeping nothing.
I know you're not. You're such a liar. Tim Paddock said,
Tim, how you doing, Tim?
Rumble. Rumble doesn't do anything for us.
Rumble. I love Rumble.
I know, but
they don't love
nobody goes there.
Anyone besides like maybe 5, 6 people.
The paying peoples, right?
Yeah, I mean they.
All right. Well, we're not going to go down that.
Okay, I won't go down the Rumble.
Yes.
I like Rumble.
Reader John, I hope there's a Starlink phone that runs Linux. And City Twister said, which Linux do you use?
So right now we're using Linux Mint. Okay, I tried about 7 or 8 different distributions. Take a look at some of my Life After Microsoft Windows Cutting the Cord series, and you'll see me try a bunch of them. Okay, what was the other thing that was said there before that? Besides the Linux, the phone.
The phone, yeah.
Okay, so don't watch stupid, no-faced videos on YouTube telling you that there is a Tesla phone or a Pi phone that's out. It doesn't exist. Elon Musk hasn't made one, and Elon Musk is not going to make one, according to his own words, unless he's forced to, because the other companies are somehow not allowing his software on their platform or doing something with free speech. Okay, he's not going to make a phone. So all of those faceless YouTube channels and faceless YouTube videos talking about this Pi phone and showing it to you It's all fake. Okay? So there you go. If it wasn't fake, I'll buy 3. They don't exist. And they're not going to be they're not going to be around for the foreseeable future. He's got bigger fish to fry. He wants to get to Mars, not play with the damn phone. He just unless like he said, unless I have to, I will not be doing a phone. His own words. Okay. Is that good enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says.
Why do I hear silence?
Because Peter Gosling said, "I can't find your Raspberry Pi video." Video.
The Raspberry Pi video. It was something like Peter. It was something like like what I use, or like a better router than Starlink's router, or something crazy like that. When I make these titles of these videos, it has to be like something big and bold. If not, no one will ever watch them. That's just how it is. YouTube, they don't care. Whatever. So yeah, it's something like that, like the best or a better router or something like that. Just take a look at that playlist, and you should see it in there. If I find it, Peter, I'll send it to you like through email or something.
Okay. Drew, what does it say right there? Drew what?
Don't know. Hurdle.
Hurdle? Okay, with your Raspberry Pi router, was the speed of the failover because of open WRT or the hardware? I'm looking to use Barrel Axe for the same thing.
Yeah, so real quick, I'll just make it short. Open WRT is what I'm using for a modem, and I'm using MWAN 3 for doing the route. You're laughing. I'm trying to talk.
I'm sorry. I'm just reading.
So, open WRT I'm using, and I'm using and MWAN 3 to do let's say the failover, okay, and the fallback. I did a whole video on it. Just take a look. And the two together work perfectly. And once again, I got fiber, and I got SpaceX Starlink, I got T-Mobile, and they're all working together, and they just fail over back and forth. And it all works. It'll work well. And some people asked me this too. You didn't, but I'm going to tell you anyways. Does this old Pi 4, not even a Pi 5, is it able to do gigabit? 1,000 meg? Yes, it can. It will push it. There you go. So what is all this shit about?
Because it's you guys with the belly button thing. So I'm just going through these to see if there's questions.
Oh my God.
So John replied. First of all, Drone Oki said I got lint in my button. Then John said was talking to him yesterday. He had issue when he was born, and then Mo said his next door neighbor is an alien, and Tim said someone had a tummy tuck and they didn't add the button back.
That could be. All those are factual.
Thorne said must be a clone if no belly button, and then John said no bullshit, and then Mo said Tim the belly button is now on the black market.
They're selling the belly button?
And Mo said belly button black market. Who knew? And Rico Suave.
How much does a belly button go for?
Rico Suave said.
Rico Suave now?
Yes, said belly button deleted. Oh, you guys kill me. That's
I guess
hilarious.
It's kind of like, doing like a delete, like on a diesel truck.
But John, going back to his neighbor, he said he was bleeding and couldn't stop it, had issue with cord, so he has a star scar instead of
a belly button?
So he said, yes.
So, oh my God, that's almost like, like you see like a maybe like an X or something for like a belly button, like on a bear or something. So that's kind of like, that'd be kind of cool. You're like, people look at you like, God, he's like a pupatz. He's like a doll.
No one knows what a pupatz is.
He's like a doll. He's like a, I don't know. Maybe
oh with
the.
How much longer?
Do you remember? Do you remember Coraline? Our daughter.
No.
Coraline. It's fucking Coraline.
It's Carol. No, it's Coraline.
I just said Coraline.
No, you said Cordline.
Oh, shut up! My God, I didn't. I said Coraline.
No, Caroline.
Not Caroline. Coraline
I'm done.
was like a doll that had like fake
How did we
eyes,
go from
like
space
whatever,
to
and
belly
it,
buttons?
they, and they it was like this scare. My daughters were like fearful of the damn Coraline.
Oh my god. Okay.
Guys,
Oh my god. Okay.
it's in the toilet. Everyone's leaving. Let's
Yeah.
get out of here.
We're done.
All right.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know what else to say.
Peter, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate all of your support. Really, really did appreciate it. Thank you so much. As always.
Have a good
as
night,
always.
Peter. Thank you
Thank
so
you, Peter.
much. Mo, thank you. Kevin.
We should be make a belly button merch. Yeah, I like it. A belly button, like belly button merch.
Snitches get stitches.
Just snitches get stitches. They do. It'll be just. This will be the merch. It'll be a shirt, and it'll just have like an X for a belly button on the shirt. That's
Yes.
it.
Galagirl
I
did
like
have Galagirl had a question though. Oh my god, I'm just so tired.
What did Galagirl say?
Really quick. Phil's camping said, "What's fuzzy, soft, and lives in a hole?"
That's just nasty. Bill.
Thorne said he's trying to be serious and we're making Fab laugh about belly button jokes. Yes.
Ridiculous.
Okay. So wait, Galagirl had a question. I just saw it.
Galagirl, what'd you
No,
say?
it's right here.
Don
Hold on.
says, I run Linux Mint. Love Linux.
Here it is.
I mean Linux Cinnamon. Cinnamon's great. Cinnamon is great.
All right, Galagirl said that the thing I sent you, will you be testing yours? Thoughts? Also, what is a good gaming router?
What is that? That thing I sent you. You'll be testing yours. You were talking. I remember. I'll have to answer in an email. I'll have to answer an email.
Yeah.
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 Let me see. Memorable Places says, why the hell is Musk putting someone else's sats in space? Yeah, in orbit. For the competition. So he doesn't care. He really doesn't care. Let me see. Is there anyone else in here?
No, I think
Everyone's here?
done.
All right. So, guys, listen.
Thank you guys
Thank you,
so
everyone,
much.
for being here.
Yes.
It was definitely a lit night tonight.
Listening to our weekly rants. I think this is more of a therapy session Friday night.
It's very therapeutic. I'm sweating here. I'm
Oh,
dying.
wait. Computer Trabajos Leticia. Hi, Christina. Do you think it's possible to reach a speed of 1 gigabits in a saturated areas?
Not right now, but eventually, yes, absolutely. Because it won't be saturated once the version 3 Starlink satellite's on orbit. Give it by the end of this year. I want to say fourth quarter, probably. Realistically. They need to get a few more launches up there, and they need to get the Starship to land on that second Mechazilla chopsticks. So, hang in there. I'm gonna guess by the end of this year we're gonna see the version 3s up there. If you guys don't know it, version 3s are already up there. They've been testing them for a while. Okay, I didn't know this. I just found that out that they've been up there probably by the end of last year. They've already been there. So they've been testing these things ongoing for the last 3-4 months, and they're able to reach gigabit for sure. Absolutely, 100%. Who's going to get the gigabit? It's probably going to be commercial at first. It's going to be probably pricey. And then eventually it'll just go to everyone, as they saturate. They're at 7,000 right now. By next year, we'll probably be at about 9,000 satellites, maybe 10,000. So the numbers are just growing. It's just crazy. Are we good?
Yes, thank you. Real Nikon lover.
Wow,
for
Jim, how you
reminding
doing,
me.
Jim? Thank you for being here.
Jim
Appreciate
said
you.
don't forget to share, like, subscribe, confess, comment. We take it all, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Just anything.
Yeah. If you have an ugly belly button,
Yes.
it is what it is.
Oh my God. Yep.
Anyways, guys, thank you so
have a
much for
great
being
rest
here.
of your weekend.
Have a fantastic.
Bye.
Have a good weekend. Take care, guys. We'll see you on Monday. A lot of good stuff coming on Monday, so hang tight. A lot of videos next week. We'll talk to you soon, guys. Thanks a lot for being here. Take care. We're not going to kill the stream yet, so if you want to chat, you can chat. We're just going to fade out. We're going to fade out. Take care, guys. Bless.